Welcome back to the channel. We are back out at the high today trying to take advantage of a little bit of nice weather we finally have got. It has been absolutely cool here in southern Indiana the last few days, which is definitely uncharacteristic for the area and the time of year. So we got some sun out today, so I figured to do something kind of I've been wanting to do a little bit. This is my 7.5 inch bolt action 300 blackout upper. This is a BCA, but I have not really shot this thing for accuracy or precision, to say that, and just something a little bit kind of different. I wanted to get out here and just kind of see if it would hold a group or not, to be honest. I've got a few different loads here. So I've got some of the this is just some subsonic 200 grain OTM AAC. We got some of the Saber Black 150 grain, just some FMJ stuff, and then some 110 grain VMAX. Now again, this is all AAC, which unfortunately I don't believe you can get any of this stuff anymore, which is definitely a bummer. They had some killer deals on ammunition for sure. However, it's what I have on hand for 300 blackout, and I bought quantities of this stuff back when they had it available, so that's what we're going to try out today. But nonetheless, I think it's a good overview of different grain weights to see how it's going to perform. We are going to shoot this at 110 yards. We've got a 1 to 10 power optic. We are going to shoot it suppressed with my 30 cal light tactical from YHM and just kind of see how it does. I'm really interested to see if it will hold a group or not. I'm probably most interested in that 110 grain VMAX load. I think that could be a definite game changer out to a little bit of distance. So again, this is only a 7.5 inch barrel, but it is optimized for 300 blackout. So they do perform pretty well with the shorter barrels. But with that being said, let's get the camera moved around. We'll get all this stuff over on the bench and start putting some lead down range. All right, so we got our pistol over here on the bench. We're going to start off with some of the 125 grain FMJ, advertised velocity at 2150 feet per second. I am going to shoot four 5-shot groups. I will let the barrel cool in between. I'll shoot the first shot. You guys can follow along on the shot cam for the rest of those shots, and then we'll meet back for the very last load and see what we end up with. So first shot here, guys, stand by. Okay, final 5 shots with you guys. So some of the 220 grain OTM subsonic, we'll try 5 of these at 110. Overall, not too bad. I can tell you, trying to get a purchase on this brace for bench work is a little bit difficult. Trigger is just a standard mil spec, so kind of what you would expect as far as that goes. The 10 power scope seems to be adequate. I really do actually like this scope, the reticle. It's got kind of a horseshoe style BDC reticle. It works really well. But let's see what 5 of these can do. Hopefully we can hold a group together here. Stand by. Okay. One more here. Last shot. Okay, so let me run down. I'm going to grab our target. We'll get it marked up, see if we actually had anything relatively decent or not. Overall, looking through the scope, definitely nothing to write home about, but this thing is a lot of fun to shoot. But let me go get our paper. We'll see how we did. Okay, so how did we do with our 7.5 inch bolt action 300 blackout and 110 yards? Definitely nothing to write home about, that's for sure. So here was our first load. This was the 125 grain full metal jacket. I think this shot here is actually part of this gigantic group here, but I don't know where the fifth one is. But overall, those 4 shots honestly aren't really that bad. I'm not really sure. I think the fifth one kind of landed over here somewhere. But overall, I'd say, honestly, that's probably not terrible for what this is. Now, the next up was the 110 grain VMAX, this stuff here. Good looking round. Not too bad. I would say that's at least a group. You know, we had 3 shots here, 2 over here, about a 3-inch spread. And then this was the Hornady Black, or the Saber, not Hornady, the PSA Saber. So used to shooting Hornady Black. But we had 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm pretty sure this is the 5th one, which is basically a shotgun group. And then finally the Subsonics, here is those. So it just kind of went all over the place. Now, granted, is this little unit here built for precision? Absolutely not. I do have no trouble at all making hits down at the 210 yard line on the steel silhouette. So take that for what it's worth. I will say it is a ball to shoot. It is a lot of fun, but definitely would like to have seen a little bit more in the way of some group shooting. But no, nonetheless, this isn't a precision unit. So, but now fun as far as that goes, absolutely. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Something that you guys might be interested in. Again, it's a fun little unit. I don't really shoot it a whole lot just because of ammo prices, and you can't really get this cost-effective stuff anymore, which kind of sucks. But overall, it really doesn't come out of the safe much anymore. But when I do, I definitely have a smile on my face after I shoot it. But please like, share, and subscribe. Guys, I looked at my analytics, and 95% of my viewers are not subscribed. If only half of you all would just hit that subscribe button, it would sure mean a lot to me in getting the channel growing a little bit more than it has been. Be greatly appreciated. And as always, shoot straight.